Imagine waking up on a perfect August morning in one of the most beautiful cities in the Roman Empire. The sun is warm, the streets smell of fresh bread and olive oil, and Mount Vesuvius watches quietly over everything. 24 hours later, that mountain would bury the entire city under ash and fire. Today, I'm taking you back to Pompeii on August 23rd, 79 AD, the last full day before the world ended. Hey, history lovers and fellow travelers, welcome back. If you've ever walked through the empty streets of Pompeii and felt that eerie silence, you've probably wondered the same thing I have. What was it actually like the day before everything changed? Not the disaster itself, not the famous plaster casts, but the ordinary, luxurious, vibrant life that was about to be frozen forever. In this video, we're going to walk through Pompeii on August 23rd, 79 AD, house by house, street by street, so you can feel what it was like to live there when no one knew the end was coming. Stick with me until the end, because the final hours are more human and more heartbreaking than most people realize. The day begins early. Pompeii is already awake. You step out of your house onto the stone-paved street, still cool from the night. The famous stepping stones let you cross without stepping in the water that runs down the roads. Bakeries are firing up their ovens. The smell of bread mixes with the scent of garum, that famous fermented fish sauce the Romans loved. Merchants are setting out their stalls. In the forum, politicians and businessmen are already arguing, making deals and reading the latest news painted on the walls. Life feels completely normal. Vesuvius is just there. A familiar mountain. No one is worried. If you were rich and Pompeii had plenty of wealthy families, your morning looked very different. You might start in a private bath, then stroll through your peristyle garden, while slaves brought fresh fruit, wine, and oysters from the nearby coast. Houses were filled with colorful frescoes, intricate mosaics, and even early forms of central heating. Many homes had running water. This was a city that loved pleasure. Theaters, the amphitheater, public baths, and taverns were packed most evenings. Pompeii was a resort town for Romans who wanted sun, sea, and good living. But most people weren't living in villas. Shopkeepers, bakers, fullers, who cleaned clothes with urine, yes really. Prostitutes, slaves, and freedmen filled the streets. Thermopolia, the fast food stands of the ancient world, served hot food to workers who didn't have kitchens. Graffiti covered the walls. Political slogans, love notes, jokes, and advertisements for gladiator fights. Pompeii felt alive, noisy, and a little chaotic. Exactly like any busy Mediterranean town today. By the afternoon of August 23rd, some people may have noticed something odd. There had been earthquakes for years. In 62 AD, a major quake had damaged the city badly, and repairs were still going on. Small tremors were common, but on this day, the ground may have felt a little more restless. Animals might have been nervous. Wells could have run dry or given strange water. Most people still shrugged it off. It's just Vesuvius being Vesuvius. As the sun set on August 23rd, families gathered for dinner. Wine was poured, stories were told. In the richer houses, guests reclined on couches while slaves served course after course. In the poorer ones, people ate simpler meals and went to bed early. No one knew that by the next afternoon the sky would turn black, the air would fill with pumice, and the mountain that had watched over them for centuries was about to erase their world in less than 24 hours. Standing in Pompeii today, it's easy to feel the weight of that last ordinary day. These weren't just ancient people. They were parents, shopkeepers, children, lovers, living the same kinds of lives we do, completely unaware that history was about to freeze them forever. That's why this place still hits so hard. It's not just a ruin, it's a moment that was interrupted. If you love stories like this, the human side of history and the places that still make us feel something, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I've got more journeys into the past coming soon, and I don't want you to miss them. Drop a comment and tell me, Would you have stayed in Pompeii if you'd felt those tremors? Or would you have left? Thanks for traveling back in time with me today. I'll see you in the next one.